Okay, welcome back everybody. So this is one of the last videos we've got now to do. This is really simple, this process. Basically, because we've been able to manufacture one side of our vehicle, and we've created two codes there that do that, it's really very straightforward to manufacture the opposite side of our vehicle. That's done by right-clicking on the setup and duplicating it. Having done that, I'm going to rename this one to be setup right, because I now need to manufacture the right side of our car. And then all I need to do is actually go back and edit the setup, because we need to just readjust where the axes and the work coordinate system is. And all we're going to do is flip the Z and the Y. So the X is still rotated back, but it's different. And that flip, if you notice, the Z and the Y are now pointing in opposite directions to where they were. Right? Should be able to see that. If I now rotate the vehicle over, so it's roughly in the same place, you'll notice now that I rotate it over, the Z and the Y are in the same position as they were before. What's changed is the orientation of the object, and that's exactly what's going to happen in the CNC. It's going to rotate because we've got an automatic fixture on it. So having done that, you then basically select OK, and then just try not to have all of the YouTube people that follow your YouTube channel comment on it with push notifications and pop-ups. Apologies. And we regenerate those two toolbars. You'll notice they had a red X there, which we got rid of when I right-clicked and said regenerate. And you can see there now it's made two passes on the other side. So if I select the whole selection of those, you can notice that the whole vehicle is covered in these passes, right? Now, this is the most simple way to manufacture a car, and it's pretty handy. Now, I know, because I haven't actually changed any of the settings, that my parallel 2 should be perfectly fine to be run, because the parallel 1 didn't have any errors in it. However, please make sure, like you should be, and like I would have explained, that you are taking screenshots that you present with this of the simulation with the green bars clearly visible, because I need to make sure that I've seen that to be able to manufacture a vehicle. My preference is, once you get to this stage, you actually show me a simulation, and I prefer to see that. And I do that by selecting the whole setup left and setup right by holding shift. Tail, we'll do mode 3 axes because it should be faster. We'll click play. We'll blitz through it with super fast speed. You can see how I did the two axles holes first, and then it's doing the two sides, and now it's doing the opposite side. And you'll notice that the vehicle is revealed. You know, perfect, job done. There looks to be, to me, in my eyesight, no errors. You'll notice that if you hover over these green bars, it tells you the machining time roughly of that section. So that's 8 minutes of machining, nearly 9 minutes. Another 9 minute, let's say 10, plus the extra bits because they're only 18 seconds. It's about 10 minutes per side. Cool. Having done that, that's what I would like to see, personally, looking over your shoulder. I'm going to save to make sure I've got it all organized, and go to post-process. Okay, this is okay, we select OK. The folder that it's going to be put into should be the same folder that you've got your assembly in. So for me, it's under Inventor, Project Files, CAM2, and I'm just going to save it here. I'm going to select that folder there by clicking Open. Program name, CAM1 maybe, comment, test1 would be fine. Unit is fine, document units. The only thing you've got to make sure you do is select the post configuration system as a generic Denford. Okay, that's the kind of machine we've got. It's very critical that you do that. Click post and click save. When I did that, there was another tick box that should never be unticked for you, and that said open up editor afterwards. And if you've got that done right, it'll pop up like this. If you don't, go back and just look for it. You'll find it down the bottom. Once I've opened this up, sometimes it'll be automatic, but sometimes it'll be called Autodesk Post under the file type. You want to select ISO milling. And what we're going to do here is put in some codes to be able to modify the machine so that it would be able to lift up and rotate our axes around. So effectively, what we're going to do is we're going to go to where it says here parallel, and you'll notice that before the parallel we've got drill, and we're going to go to the find option and select drill again. So we've got drill 3 here. We're going to go next, and next, drill 2. There you go. So just after this previous line before that, because that would be one side, and then the next option is drill the next drill 2. That's the 2 there, not the 3 there that's coming up. We drill once, we do the parallel, then we need to do the other side. So between the end of the parallel and the next drill, we need to put a rotation code in. We do that really easily by just selecting enter here. Having clicked enter, we now move to the cycles and macros panel just here. We find G28, which allows us to put in a change in reference geometry before it homes, and we double click it so it inserts that. We then click enter and go Z10 A180. What this does is it rotates around our axes, so it goes Z10 A180. We now have to make sure that we rotate it back to 0 at the end of the code. The A-axis is what we describe the rotational axis of the billet, specifically along the A-axis. We go down to finding the second G28 and we select A0. And that will do it. So once this is done, what we can do is go save, just up the top here, and then we're all good to go. Perfect. The only thing I would get you to do first is just make sure that the... no, that's fine. It's all good. Well done. You've now completed your code. This code can be used to actually manufacture your vehicle. So once it's saved and you've shown me your simulation of that exact code before you modified it and then show me the modifications you've made, we can probably go and manufacture your vehicle. Bearing in mind you need screenshots of the modifications you made before and after, because that would be good evidence in your folio. Well done.